You are now in the groove.
Blur, 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 blur. Check. Yo, what's going on, baby? Yo,
What up?
bless y'all. Thank y'all for checking out the groove. You are now listening to the voice of I Am Groove, aka Stevie G. Yo, I'm just chilling with my man's Dwai. Yo, we got Dwai guy, you know, all the way from New York.
Yes, sir.
You know, man, this man is just smooth. You know, he's just cool, calm.
Hey.
You know, it's been a blessing getting to know you. My man, just you tell them who you are, you do what you do. I'm gonna just shut up. Go ahead. So who are you?
Thank you, Stevie. What's up? My name's Dwai. My name's also Andrew. I grew up in Queens, out here for a homie's birthday. He flew me out here. Much love to Julian, aka Juice.
Juice.
The Juice. And yeah, bro, it's been real. I've been in Denver for a weekend, super randomly. Stumbled across Groove On's radio show. I was just I was in Spain at the time, and I was just digging one day, and then I heard it, and I was like, yeah, this is the vibe. This is similar to what, I don't know, other people have been doing, the cool house flips, but with familiar parts from R&B and hip hop world and all that shit.
Thank
so
you.
it was really cool because just the way everything came together. I messaged you guys that day, and I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna be in Denver at some point. When I go, let's connect. And that was back in June or something.
Right.
Then my boy was telling me okay, we're looking for a venue, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, Groove On is on the flyer. What's happening? And he's like, oh yeah, the dude I managed, he knows them, so we're just gonna DJ. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was mad love. I love how the internet just connects us like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for reaching out, because that's really how, you get to know people, you get those gigs and everything. I got a chance to check out your mixes, and obviously loved you from the top. I've seen that you've collaborated with a lot of, kind of bigger names. I think the more notable one I saw was the one with Austin LeBron. And just, you're just obviously got your own vibe out there. You got a show, your own gig, Ryder Dwai.
Mm-hmm. It's been going on for 20 months, yeah.
20 months, yeah. No, that's real talk. Tell us about that. Just tell us about your gigs and just how.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. For sure. So I started full DJing full time a year and a half ago, a little bit more. I've been DJing for over 7 years, and
nice.
Basically when I made that crossover to full time, it was that I had to enter the mentality of I'm not gonna be waiting for other people to provide opportunities, so let me make my own from the jump, and also use that as show versus tell method to let everyone in my circle know that I'm doing this for real, this is I'm DJing, this is a thing, and then also using event creation and just putting other people on and putting money in other people's pockets in your community that you have respect for. It's just, you just over time foster community and get people in rooms that wouldn't otherwise. It's just it's more than just hey, let's all get in a room, listen to music and get drunk, which is fun. Everyone that shit's fun. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just I try and put a focus on community in a lot of the things I do, and so circling back, Ryder Dwai was the first event that I started after going full-time DJing, and that's just how it started. The first show we ever did was with Funkin' Vibe. We had Jamero in Boston.
Shout out Jamero.
So it's just cool. Yep. Shout out Funkin' Vibe, Boston.
Funkin' Vibe is the beast.
Coco, Jamero, all of them.
Right? Yeah, Coco Sensei. It's all just dope. Yeah, all dope.
Yeah, dude, it's thank you. They're all really, really great DJs and it's like super easy to get along with. Like it's been really fun just like getting to know people in the scene because like you can just quickly tell like when there's like a lot like common goals, values,
Mad respect.
genres that you fuck with. Like
yeah, that's just mad love and kind of just going off of that wave. Even obviously being out on the East Coast, out in New York, you're obviously kind of a hub of attention and a lot of different things going on. How what's it like, just being there and connecting with a lot of those heads, just seeing the culture change, on that side of the map.
like culture change like over how long? Just like
Yeah, I guess a good question. Even since you maybe started your shows, or even since you started DJing, what do you kind of see?
I think it's almost like too soon to say because it's been like a year and a half where I'm like deeply in it. I have started to notice like there's just like a whole lot of wealth being like funneled into like northern Brooklyn, and it's just like I feel like the underground music scenes are kind of being pushed out a little bit, which has always been the case, and it'll continue to be. But it's like I'm noticing it like already in the terms of like upper like northern Williamsburg and stuff. So it's kind of what I noticed overall, though. I don't know. Just
No, I mean that's real. I mean, because you were talking about community, and I think that's something that we forget, especially with the music. We're so we want the shows, we want the fame, we want just a lot of the opportunities, but we're not coming back to the community, and even just one to one, even just artist to artist, we're not necessarily there connecting with one another like we should be.
Right.
It's always about the grind and about the music.
Yeah.
And I guess tell us more of your roots, and I guess like why is community so important to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. New York is like there's just so much going on. There's a lot of DJs, a lot of competition. So like, in a sense, I feel like in order to become successful, in a sense, like you can't do that without community in New York City or anywhere really.
Respect.
So it's almost like out of necessity that you like find people who you just have common goals and you fuck with them, like that's it, and like you can work with each other on a professional level, and that's a wrap. So like that's kind of how it starts in a genuine sort of way, in the perfect world. But like that's part of why there's so much stress on community, and I also just like love when two random people from different worlds just like meet each other and then like hit it off and like some random project comes about. Like that's
it.
That shit.
Yeah, I mean, like even us, when two worlds collide, it's a beautiful thing. You're right.
Exactly. It's like, oh, this person too. Like, hey, cool, yeah. Like,
right. Yeah, I mean, just even looking through your library, I'm just like, oh snap! Like I know that artist. You're like I've heard of him. And it's cool. Like this whole world,
it's a small world.
It is a real small world. Like it's really not that big, y'all. Like it's really not
going
that
back to changes. Like it's not so much regional, but like SoundCloud changes in terms of like how I don't know how we search for music on SoundCloud, or like like everyone talks about the golden years and shit like that, and that we're talking about like what, like 2013, 2014,
yes.
like, fucking old man Rivers, like the golden years of sound, like not that long ago, but they were like that was like the stream used to be it, like I didn't have to like listen to like 15 tracks to be like, oh, this song is cool. Like I will say like the algorithms are cool and definitely better, and like it's interesting to get your music exposed that way, but like I kind of miss the stream page being it, man, and reposts and so like I think that's affected a lot of us DJs and like how we look for music, or connect through music, because it used to be that like all of us saw like that new K Tronada remix, and it's like it was the thing. Like maybe now someone who we could say is like done something similar, and maybe also through Instagram or just general social media, is like Juro Vandal or like Jael.
Sure.
Like I feel like all DJs right now are pretty like when they drop something, we're just like, yes, like I don't know, like everyone's just like, yes.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some heads. There's definitely a few major ones that we look for. Who are your inspirations, or how do you dig for music?
Dude, honestly, a lot of it is like going out, and not like just the events that I DJ, like supporting homies, like Shazam is my friend, like like I've lost shame, like just going up to my homie during a set, be like, yo, can I take a picture, or like, can I write this down, like this is fire, like that's a lot of it. And also just like I follow a lot of people on Instagram, like DJs and stuff, so like whenever they share a song, I'll just like screenshot it and like go back to it later and like see what it's. So you just gotta always dig. Sometimes SoundCloud if I have time to sit down. Yeah. But on the go is like in the city, it's pretty useful because like there's just a lot going on.
Dope. Well, yeah, no doubt. I mean, what do you got coming up?
What do I have coming up? Just a lot, a lot, and like you sometimes you just don't know, because like opportunities will just like pop up. I have my monthly show, Dwai. That's November 16th, and that's in Brooklyn. I also just started a different party with my older brother called Suerte lo Sábado, and that's like a whole Latin, like my family's from Colombia, and that's a whole like Latin dance party. It's like focuses on like global bass, mixes that with like classic shit like salsa, merengue, classic reggaeton with the new contemporary reggaeton, and then like everything in between.
That's mad up. And because you like spinning.
That's November 9th. Yeah, sorry.
November 9th. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and you like spinning all types of sounds.
Yeah. I'll throw in a lot of shit.
Yeah, no doubt. And so that's super cool that you have different events, that can cater to that.
And it's also interesting because like when you have such a themed event, it's like so much easier to market. Like just like the people will come. Like if you just like, this is Latin music, like cool, I like that.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's mad love.
Yeah, you just.
I see you. I see you out here. You said you've been DJing for about 7 years.
7 years, yes.
Yeah.
So also just getting into production like legitimately, because every DJ dabbles, but then it's like when you're releasing shit though. So what's coming next is just more releases. And
exactly. You just released a joint too.
Yeah, about a month ago on my birthday, I released my first remix. That was Going Bad remix, like Woomba remix. I was pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna keep doing. But I feel like when it comes to productions, it's like everyone's like, you gotta find your sound. But I get the feeling my production style will be similar to my DJing, where I'm just gonna jump around a lot.
Absolutely.
And like, it might throw people off, but
no, you gotta give it some flavor, switch it up a little bit. You definitely, shouldn't be boxed in, and just listening to you and hearing your cuts, your blends are saucy. I mean, just your style is extra wavy. I think production is definitely a good way for you. I can't wait to see all that you have coming from that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many things like just about the culture and about just DJing that I think you got a good mind for and a good ear for. Like I said earlier, a lot of people aren't concerned about or don't think about the community, or don't think about just the connectivity between one another and just the power that social media or just community has. And so just real kudos to you. I'm just real blessed sit down with you here. You know, I'm really liking your vibe for sure. Like, yeah, man. I mean, you're out here. You know, you're out here in Denver. Thank you for taking the time. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, for
dude.
real. This is real a blessing. You know, real quick before I forget, where can we find you?
Oh yes. You can find me on Instagram and SoundCloud. I would say are the best ways to find me.
He be on Twitter, but he don't be hitting
Am I on
nobody back.
Twitter?
I found you. Yeah, you be on Twitter.
I am on Twitter.
Yes, he be liking a bunch of big booty pictures and everything. I see him. Yeah, he be freaky on Twitter. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm
So,
kidding.
oh shit! Like, I gotta hide my shit real quick.
We all be freaky on Twitter. It's always good. No, but yeah, where can we find you?
On Instagram, I'm Dwai Guy. That's
Dwai Guy.
Dwai Guy. DWAIGUY. And on SoundCloud, it's just Dwai, like DWAI.
Dope.
Yeah.
And real quick, how did you get the name?
Dwai. So Dwai's like it came from my high school. Like it's a pretty. I think random people in New York knows what it means, but it's like it's an acronym. It stands for "Don't worry about it." But like it used to be not as like a positive thing. It would kind of be like fuck off in a sense. But I do not intend it as so.
Respect. Yeah.
So it's just mad funny.
So people would say, so you would say like Dwai.
Yeah, you just
like,
say Dwai to people. Like,
yeah.
Like, yo, what are you doing like after school? Like, Dwai.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, fuck you.
Okay, respect. So you taking that and you flipping that.
Yeah. But also like I'm a troll, so like if someone's like, "What's Dwai?" I'll just be like, "Don't worry about it," and then be like, "No, like tell me." And just like trail off, look into the distance, just like all nefarious, and just go on with my day. Yeah, it's just yeah.
This guy,
it's
the wise guy, the wise guy. No, we acting goofy, man. Yo, you crazy, man. But no, that's real slick. That's real slick. Like I said, you really got a good brand and everything behind you. Yeah.
Shout out to my manager. He
Respect.
definitely helped cultivate that, Justin.
Yeah.
It's just branding is important for sure.
Respect.
Yeah, like the music is fun and all, but it's just this game is tough, bro. Like you gotta be on your shit. Like, and I mean, I haven't really made it to where I want to be in any means, but just gotta come correct from all fronts and just stay committed. I need to believe that.
You got to. Is there anybody that you want to shout out?
Sure, bro. Like my family, my mom, my brother, like homies at home, DJs that I fuck with, like in Boston, just so many people, bro. Because all my family is in New York. Much love. You know who you are. Yeah. You guys for having me. Shit, like
blessed.
Yeah, you guys are very cool. I fuck with you.
Cool
platform.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here, folks, from New York, Queens. 10 out of 10.
Oh man, yo. So many questions, we can really
we can keep talking
for hours and hours, and I definitely, I'm excited to continue to build a relationship.
For sure, dude. I'm very happy to connect with you.
Yeah, we were hoping to
very cool.
Pop out to New York very soon ourselves.
Yo, let me know, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we got to get out there. A lot of love to the New York family. Like we're getting a lot of love out there. It's crazy. Again, like this SoundCloud love is wild.
Dude, it's cool, man. It's cool. You get to see like where you're getting traction.
It's
and like
wild,
it's just,
man.
Like I released that remix and like it's like for some reason Moscow is really fucking with it.
Moscow is, let's be clear, yo. Like, I'm real curious, like, everybody's opinion. Like, Moscow is popping off. Like, our top 5s easily, most of the time, is Moscow.
Yo, I mean, like, it's either, like, real-ass people or robots, but, like, they're popping off.
Robots,
right? I don't know who it is, but, like, so some dude commented on Instagram on my post, he's like, yo, you got it. No, he didn't say that, but he was like, you have to upload this to, like, these 2 Russian websites if you want Russian lovers, and I'm like, I'll take some Russian lovers. Like,
I mean, sure.
I was like, this seems legit. Like, this dude actually commented, and like,
yeah. I mean, what type of Russian lovers are we talking
about? I had so many questions, but the intrigue was
Russian
there,
lovers.
So.
Russian lovers, yo. That's wild, yo. Before I let you go, you know, so many things, you know, like I said, your music is saucy.
Thank you.
You know, I'm proud of just where your head is at. But, you know, I want something, you know, just a little bit, you know, deeper. I ask everybody this, you know, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Word. This is like not that hard to answer for me.
Hit me.
Because I used to be that kid who was like, man, I wish I could have a superpower. And I like thought about this like as a kid forever.
Since day one.
It always came down to 2, but it's a clear one. The second one is like teleportation. Is like my ass is late to everything.
Stop.
And like I just like traveling. Like traveling is dope,
me.
bro. And then the clear one for the same exact reason is just like time, like travel and manipulation. Because like if I could stop time and be like walk away, just like, I don't know, I would never be late. It's lit, like.
Dwai, you're not gonna be friends. You know,
Cool.
I'm telling you, that is the same thing. That's those are, yes. Teleportation.
My ass is just late to everything.
Late to everything.
Bro, so it's just like,
I'm sorry, mama.
Fuck, I need this.
I'd be late to everything.
Like an 8-year-old knowing that their ass is late to everything is a clear sign that like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need superpowers. Bro, that's lit. That's lit. That's the vibe, man.
I guess that's an interestingly revealing question.
It is.
It's just like,
it really.
What do you hate most about yourself?
That's it. Exactly. You figured me out, y'all. You figured me out.
Like,
that's it.
Word.
That is seriously it. Man, Dwai, yo, bless up, big ups to you, my brother.
Thank you, dude.
Yo, thank you again.
We'll rock out on the East Coast. Like,
oh, no doubt. Yeah, shout out Queens. You know, shout out
Queens.
Queens. Yo, shout out. What's funny? Random. You know, they call this Queen City.
They do.
Yeah, it's a little low key, you know, name here. So from Queens
City
to Queen City.
Cool. We out here.
Dwai.
We out here.
I am Groove, signing off.
Yup.
Groove on.
Shout out all my New York City DJs. Shout out my DJs from New York City. Y'all know who you are. Boston, the New York Fox, Astro Rock. All my Long Island folk. Nas Lover. Let's get it. We're taking over. It's a national thing. It's an international thing. It don't stop.
International team.
No, for real though. Like,
for real.
We all gotta go global.
We all got to. Every single one of us.
It's the 21st century.
Yo. Yo, bless up, my man.
Thank you.
Peace. Groove on, baby. Love you.